Let me explain how I solve BlockMatrix step by step. Step 1. First, look for the largest number among quantity, or max. Here, we have a row where the max value is 5. Since the quantity is 1, there is only one possible arrangement. Therefore, fill all the cells in this row with O. Step 2. Now, let's check if there are any other large numbers. This time, there's a column with a max value of 4. The quantity for this column is 1. When we check all possible patterns, we find some overlapping cells. Those overlapping cells must be O. Step 3. Next, let's look at the column with a max value of 3. Since the quantity is 1, there are 3 possible patterns. There is one cell that overlaps in all 3 cases. Therefore, that cell is definitely O. The same rule applies to the 5th column as well. Step 4. Now, let's examine the 3rd row. In this case, quantity equals 2 and max equals 2. So the empty spaces in this row should be filled with X. Step 5. Looking at the first column, quantity equals 1 and max equals 1. Since one cell is already filled with O, all remaining empty cells should be filled with X. Step 6. The 4th row also has quantity equals 1 and max equals 1. Since one cell is already filled, fill all the remaining cells with X. Step 7. Now, let's look at the 2nd column. Here, the quantity is 1 and max is 3. Since 2 cells are already filled, in order to make max equals 3, we need to fill one more cell with O. The remaining cells should be marked with X. The 5th column follows the same rule as the 3rd column, so fill O and X in the same positions. Step 8. Now, let's check the 4th column. The quantity is 2 and the max is 1. Since one O is already placed, to keep the max as 1, fill the lower empty cell with O. Fill the remaining cells with X. Final step. The 5th row has quantity equals 1 and max equals 1. Since one cell is already filled, fill all remaining cells with X. Finally, if we check the last remaining cell, the quantity is 1 and the max is 4. So we fill that cell with O to complete the puzzle. That's how we logically solved this BlockMatrix stage. Download BlockMatrix yourself and enjoy solving puzzles like this.